This is a Zippy BW7050 mechanical keyboard. You might not heard of this one very much because this is a made in Taiwan mechanical keyboard. And there are some perks that made it special when it was released. It made quite a buzz when it came out. This keyboard is a Bluetooth wireless keyboard. It's got two models. This one, which you can connect to one Bluetooth device, or the more advanced version where you can connect to three Bluetooth devices. The Bluetooth device is switchable. That's what makes it interesting. Not only you can connect to, well, this one is for one, or the other model for three, you simply push the Bluetooth button to switch between the connections. So you're gonna obviously pre-connect it to whatever device you wanted to connect it to, and then you can just switch around. So on your desk, if you have more than one computer and devices, you only need one keyboard. So for this one, I got the one Bluetooth connection version. This is also a USB keyboard. So you can switch between the Bluetooth or the other version, the two more Bluetooth devices and the USB device on the fly, which that makes it extremely convenient. You can connect it to various stuff such as your computers, your laptops, your tablets, even your cell phones, or even a PlayStation 3. Well, at least that's what it says on the box, but I'm sure you can also connect it to a PlayStation 4. Essentially, this is a Bluetooth keyboard. So as long as your device supports connected to Bluetooth keyboard input device, it should work. I'm not an expert of mechanical keyboard because I don't really own very much and my main interest isn't really there. So I don't think I'm able to talk about the type of keys to use or various other technical terms that describes the feeling of the keyboard or whatnot. But I'm still going to try to talk about my opinion on this keyboard since now I have it and I'm gonna review whatever I got in hand. The back has got an on and off switch and a reset button. Here is a mini B USB port. It's kind of old now for the standard, but you can still easily find those cables. And that doesn't really matter. The point is that you can take it off and then put it in a bag and bring it with you with just the keyboard without having to worry about the wires. The reset there is nice. Like I said, the keyboard here is just to one Bluetooth device. So whatever you want to connect to a new Bluetooth device, you simply press that. Then we research for Bluetooth device to connect to. On and off is nice. You can conserve your battery. You do put battery in here. It's got a stand-up leg, but then it's not very high. It's still okay though. It is anti-slip, so in a way it's not too terrible, but it's okay. The keyboard uses two AA batteries. It would be nice if they have rechargeable batteries internally, but not this one. This one uses two AA batteries, which made that power switch somewhat important. Here's a little bit of details on the models. Zippy BW7050 wireless Bluetooth mechanical keyboard. That's what it says. You can put it in your bag and bring it to wherever you go, but I fail to see a keyboard like this being too convenient to bring it wherever you go to public places. But I do bring it to work to use it in replacement to my work keyboard, which was that generic keyboard I was talking about. That makes working at my cubicle much more pleasant. here's something that worth mention about. Look at this thing. This is the box for the keyboard, and it makes you don't want to buy it at all. I don't know why they will use a box like this for such a nice mechanical Bluetooth keyboard. This looks like the kind of box you put a generic, you know, USB or well, yeah, you will put a generic USB keyboard, and that comes with the PS2 connector adapter thingy. That's the kind of keyboard that should be in a box like this. But I suppose the design of the box isn't everything, but it would be so much nicer and make people feel so much better if it's a better box. And by the way, this is the other version where you have 3 Bluetooth devices, where my one is just one. But since I have the box, I'll talk about the box. It talks about some of the function keys that's on the keyboard, which are these things. It's got various functions. It's meant for the Windows 8, which works the same way as the Windows 10. And then, yeah, well, what's there to say? Micro USB, that's what the connection is. It works with both iOS and Android. Cherry MX switch, I guess that's the switch those keys are using, which supposedly I guess is good. And supposedly 1 to 3 Bluetooth connection is patented by Zippy, so you know, that's something unique. The back of the box, it talks about some of the supports and things, some of the function keys if it's support to certain operating system, so that's what those are. And then some of the specs over there, the wire length, etc. 108 keys, you know, Bluetooth 3.0, that's the protocol that it uses. Yeah, what's on the side? Some of basically the same stuff. Those are the color of the key switches. You know, there's some QR codes. Yeah, so typing on this keyboard is quite nice. I can easily get all my keys right. Placement of the key is standard, which is a good thing. I had a Black Widow keyboard from Razer a few years back, and that thing, it's got all that M keys on the left hand side, and anybody other than myself come to try to use this keyboard and they're going to type something wrong. This keyboard here is not aimed to be a gaming keyboard, and it's designed to be as standard as possibly be, which everything is all very familiar, and you can type quite good on this keyboard. Although the front seems to be a little bit tall, and it doesn't come with an armrest to help elevate your palms to make it a little bit more comfortable. So typing on this keyboard, right, even though the key itself, typing it's quite nice, but the location of your palms and your wrist might not be as comfortable as it can be because the front is quite tall. So like I had mentioned before, a keyboard like this is not really meant for you to bring it to public places and stuff like that. This is really meant for you to set it up to make it easier for yourself at your own home or at the office setting or something to that effect. You can switch your Bluetooth device and your USB device on the fly. This means you can connect it to multiple places at one stationary situation. And this is very, very good and very, very convenient. I can have my decks with both of devices if I bought the 3 Bluetooth version. Even with one, it's very convenient. I can connect to my computer, or I can connect to a secondary computer with the Bluetooth dongle, or if it's a laptop, you already got a Bluetooth in it. Or I can connect to my computer and then use my cell phone or tablet with another switch. Whatever you can think of, this is very good. Now, I tried to look up the model name BW7050 on YouTube, and all I can find is Chinese reviews and stuff like that. I haven't seen any English reviews about this keyboard, so about its availability, I'm not sure. But no, I just have it in hand. I like to talk about it because I think it's a pretty good product, and I think there should be a lot more mechanical keyboards I made this way. And not to mention, this keyboard is actually not expensive. When it was first released, it really only cost about $80 or $90 US dollar. And there's a bit more advanced version that only costs about $50 more. So I think, anyway, I don't know exactly. It's not too much of difference between the one Bluetooth one or the three Bluetooth one, but you know, it's at that price range. It's under $100 for a keyboard like this, and it's really good quality. This one is used and it's got some edge, and it doesn't feel that way at all. It feels like brand new. So bottom line, it's a really good keyboard and I'm very happy with it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.